Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Strategic Command World War II, World at War, where I'm back with action at the end of 1943. We've seen the capture of the Soviet capital and alternate capital in the previous episode, so they will surely fall this turn, which is pretty nice. I'm just taking a look at the final touches that we'll get to lay our hands on for this turn. Now I've already taken care of plenty of stuff in Japan here. All of these guys have also already been taken care of. We're not going to do anything up there though. We also don't have any more MPP. So that's quite worth mentioning. Then we've already taken care of Africa Corps for this turn as well. But I haven't started my bombing runs here just about yet. Though I am quite eager to do so. Let's get started. And I got quite lucky there. I mean, I would have made it with the 5 planes, probably, together with the attack. But still. Alright, that means that Cyprus is now finally under our control as well. All of these guys are probably at 5 supplies, so they're just not going to be able to repair there. And I am, I guess, eager to send them out again. Next stop is going to be Malta, I suppose. Let's actually deal with everything down here first. Definitely need some upgrades on those guys as well. Yeah, enemy contact. Alright. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to destroy those guys, so... Let's cut off the HQ. We know that they have a garrison in there too, but yeah, currently I definitely can't switch them up. So let's send these guys down to take care of that HQ as well. Just down the road and then up. We'll see how quickly we can destroy both of these. We're back in good health now, and I think that we can finally just really start moving down with these guys without getting into too much trouble. Now, I could also use these bombers and such to aid down here. I think that wouldn't be such a bad idea. Just get a couple of German forces here, beat back the Americans. I need some German forces here as well, anyhow, to capture both Yemen and Saudi Arabia. I probably don't need any air forces for those, so yeah, why not? Let's start railing units down there. Like I said, we've already won. So first of all, let's get von Kuchler. And I kind of hoped I'd be able to send them here. That would have made sense. Or actually not. No, that wouldn't make sense at all, actually. Alright, so I'm going to have to send them here and then move them by ship. Okay. These guys are still in their amphibious transports. Okay, let's do it like this. Yeah, let's make sure that Greece kind of becomes the staging point from where we deploy forces that are going to help out down here. That's probably most convenient. I will, to that end, take back the core and transport the army. I'd rather have the army out here than the core. And yeah, let's get that HQ out there then. I mean, this is gonna take a bit of time for the Germans as well. Let's get some armor out there. I really need to beat the Americans out there, so I'm gonna help them out a bit. Let's just see which units can already get out of here. Actually, there's one thing I need to do as well. I need to make sure that this 5th Corps doesn't get into Copenhagen and actually wins a victory by taking Denmark. because then I would have to recapture it. That would be a bit of a disaster. So I'll quickly operate these guys into Copenhagen. And if I were to be able to find another army, which I currently can't. No. Not one that can operate, at least. Well, let's just operate the tanks up here, and then we might be able to destroy those guys. Which of these can I actually operate? And I can operate these. But I don't really want to send them down over there. I'd rather have a unit such as this near Spain, because I also want to start invading Spain and Portugal. That way we can also capture Gibraltar, and these are two countries that still, you know, they're not going to join us most likely anytime soon, so I might as well just invade them. Like I said at the beginning, this is going to be a world conquest LP, and I kind of want to stick to that. So I still have roughly 1.5 years, I think, in order to do that. So I better start rumbling. Alright. Now I do... Yeah, I want to get some units in Helsinki at the very least too. Well, as long as I can give them elite reinforcements, I don't really mind doing something like this, but where am I going to settle them? What if I tell them to go for an invasion there? I mean, Greenland is supposedly USA, so they're only gonna fall if I make sure that the USA falls, but that's not gonna happen too soon. They are real powerful units. You know what? I'm just gonna set one of these, and I'm gonna get them to Petsamo, and I'm just gonna roleplay this a bit and say that these guys are just gonna stay in Finland. That's probably the easiest for me. These guys need a bunch of repairs, so that's actually not necessary. I can operate these guys as well, so that's a bit strange. Yeah, I need forces out here, like I said, as well. So let's get those units rumbling. And once that HQ arrives, I can actually make sure that these guys also get properly outfitted. Trying to attack anything with these guys at this point is just no use, and I need better supply because it's not gonna work this way. But I'll just send them there for now. We'll see how it goes. I do... Let's see. Oh, I don't have any more garrison units out there. Okay, fine. Let's get you onto rails. You will reinforce as well. I'm gonna make them ready to be extracted from the Soviet Union. Alright, there we go. Get them at the very least onto the rails and indeed get them to places where they'll be useful. Now the second one will I will definitely need at least 5 units, preferably armies, but I don't have that many, to go in here and capture the rest of Saudi Arabia out there. They have moved already. These are not at full supply. Let's go into Grozny, and once they're there, they will actually be able to be extracted too. I also need to get my units up to full strength, so I might just as well do that in case they haven't moved yet. But plenty of them have. Let's pull you back. Okay. All of these Italian forces are also ready to be extracted, but I don't have the MPP anymore to actually do so. As far as partisans go, these are the last few hexes. So I've actually covered everything with... oh, not this part. Okay, let's send you up here, if I could. No? Well, never mind. If they spawn partisans, I will destroy them immediately. That's fine. No need to worry. How about getting you back? These... I'm gonna move them down here to be extracted too, because this is too weak of a city. Gonna take a lot of turns in order to get them back. So that's all taken care of. These guys are all back as well. That's great. And let's get a couple of guys at the border here. And oh yeah, I just did that this turn. I guess I'll send them down here for now. I don't know when I'll start declaring war, but I'll do it relatively soon once I ship another couple of guys down there. Still have plenty of MPP, especially for the Germans. We're doing quite well, I think. And let's actually get you back up there. And can upgrade the heavy cruiser. Okay, so this is the first one that's back up to good health. I'm actually going to send it out into the Baltic Sea, because the enemy won't come there anyhow, and I actually need to send my units back. I'm going to try doing that with the sub first to test the waters. Okay, that seems to be fine. So that means that if I stay low, I can probably get my damaged units back into port. As long as they don't take the upper route, the chance that they're fine is quite likely here. And yeah, the problem with those guys again is that the port is ill-equipped to deal with that. And I'm gonna have to move here, and then next turn I'll put them somewhere where they can actually repair. Those are pretty much the only units that I really need to repair. I mean, these guys are at 8 and they're fine, and then these two battleships can get some supplies, and then they'll be out as well in no time, together with the other units. I'll get these in Copenhagen for now to block the channel there. Alright, so that went fairly well. Let's just see what we've taken care of. These guys are all good. Guess I can use these German subs to help in the attack out here. Let's take a look at German research. I can do 275. Once again, just to see what's actually useful. There we are. Now I have 125 left. But I don't... Yeah, I already have 2 chits invested. 125. Sure, I'll go for anti-aircraft defense. I'm sure it will help me someday. Because I'm swimming in MPP right now anyway, I believe I might even get more than the Americans. But let's not worry about that too much. Let's just enjoy the show and watch the Soviets fall. Yes, yes I do. Sure. And the USSR surrenders. Excellent. Yeah, okay. That's a big plunder. With the USSR soundly defeated, there is the question of logistics and maintaining control of the entire territory. Japan has suggested we share this burden if we were to agree to split the USSR along the Yenisei River near Krasnoyarsk. This will essentially split the USSR in half and allow both sides to maintain a stronger presence over a much smaller amount of territory. Shall we agree to split the USSR with Japan? Sure. I'm sure that will help out. We get the border here. Okay, fine. Guess the Finnish get their territory back, and guess we'll get rid of all of this. It's all German now. All right. Ooh. Very useful for the Italians as well. Naval Warfare Level 1 that will surely aid them in whatever naval engagement we can still find for them. Wonder how much MPP the British still get, especially after India falls. Then they will be quite alone at that point, because then they only have Australia left technically. Well, the US of course, but they don't have any of their own overseas territory anymore. So, at least for their faction. Yeah, they do pretty well bombing. But there's very little we can do. I have 20 interceptors there, but none of them are engaging after the first one. I really have no clue why that is, because I just... It doesn't matter how many of them I can stack there. They don't engage. This is actually a problem. So I definitely need my fighters out here. Ooh, they have a lot of planes actually. Seriously, even more? Where do they get all of those from? Well, this unit will be quite destroyed. I don't know why they even put that unit there. It's just a waste of that core, especially now that I've beaten the Soviet Union. That's really not gonna do anything. It's almost as if they're abandoning India as well. Oh, an American submarine all the way up there? That Philippine Corps, if it keeps staying there. Why do they have units there? That's unbelievable. The clandestine Slovak National Council formed favoring reincorporation into Czechoslovakia. Well, they can wish that all they want. With the Soviet Union already out of the picture, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I don't think they have the industrial capacity to take me down. So it is my great pleasure to inform you that with our recent victories over the Allied forces and the realization of their untenable strategic situation, the Allies have offered to unconditionally withdraw from the war and accept our terms and conditions. If we accept their offer, the war will be over and the dream of the German and Japanese empires will have been achieved. Would you like to accept the Allied offer of withdrawal from the war? No thanks. No, that's not quite what I'm going for here. Like I said already, this is about total world conquest. And not just about victory. That's some pretty big territory, if I do say so myself. For the Japanese, but okay. Are there any partisan spawns at all in any of the territory? I guess there's not. Only in Manchukuo, but we already had that, so there's nothing new, at least for them, that is. All right. It's not my lucky day. Well, I could surround them for all the good that it does. Sure, why not? So it will take some time before they fall, but not too much probably. And then we'll have that taken care of too. Let's see, I can finally move a bit faster here. But I can't move the HQ. Only one hex. Maybe they can actually get to a place where they can strategically transport faster this way, but I'm not sure. Okay, I thought they would be in poor supply, but no. Well, as I was saying before, we're kind of overrunning the enemy. And okay, so first of all, yeah, it has to be a manual. Detach you. Now I want, okay, so they have those 4 at least. There we go, and then I want, ah, okay. Guess I'll have to do it like this then. having the required luck that I need to destroy them yet, but I'll get there eventually. Okay, I'm taking that that iron mine because I don't want the enemy to have it, of course. Yeah, keep moving. I mean, like I said, if I can cut off the enemy this way and just keep them on their toes, I am fine with it. Let's see. Yeah, I'll cut them off. I guess I'm not gonna attack the tank so far, but I'm definitely, again, moving down here, attacking these guys. They should be on very low to no supply by that point. Unfortunately, Calcutta will of course always have good supply because it's a secondary supply source, but let's make sure they can't cut me off. Out here. Okay, that will make it easier again for me to move. And these kind of need to go down afterwards. I'll just attack, but most importantly there was just taking the ore fields. Alright. Let's keep blasting. And we're in good supply, finally. That's great. I really would have thought they had something in there, but I guess not. Wow, could have taken that, but I didn't. Well, that's my own mistake. But it's probably a mistake that we'll get to correct in the near future. Let's just stay here. I don't need more units in the Africa Corps in that particular region. Ah, finally. Okay. These guys can go and move through this path. Wow. I'll trash that HQ. Alright, I will have these guys move through down here, and then some other guys can move through here. Now I'll start moving the HQ as well. And, well, I already know they have a unit. That's not going to be a very interesting fight, garrison against garrison. So I'll move further and allow the map of operations for the infantry. But I guess that Berbera will fall because of that. So that's again good. Okay, we've taken care of most of the small fry. Yeah, let's start doing a bit of evacuations once again. Or first, let's take care of Denmark here. Retake the city. Okay. Well, I hope they learned something from it. These two are ready. Reinforce the aircraft out there. Perfect. Those are back up to good strength, and that means that pretty much my entire navy is once again ready for action. And sure, let's send these guys up here, and then we'll start hunting soon enough again. Soon enough. I'm literally swimming in MPP right now for dealing with Russia. Wow. Okay. Let's zoom in here. Attach. Okay, I'm gonna declare war on Spain. The list gets smaller and smaller every day, and that's really good. Okay, Spain. Well, I have all my chits in there, but, you know, it took too long, and I just couldn't take it anymore. So we had to do it. Allies, pledge support to Portugal. Axis attack on Franco-Spain, causes consternation in Germany. Mussolini's regime loses credibility for attacking its former ally. Well, they weren't really that big of an ally because they didn't actually join me. And they were pretty much only at 20%, and it took too long. So I think it's only fair. Okay, I'm sure they'll fall on the next turn. Not really interested in seeing those guys repair themselves, so I'll set them back up to intercept. Yeah, that worked out fine. So yeah, like I said, I'll take care of Portugal afterwards as well. Let's actually take a look at the diplomacy. Portugal, yeah, I haven't declared war yet. They're close to joining the Allies, but that's not going to be that big of a problem. I might take out Portugal or Turkey as well. But for now, I need to get these guys on transport ships. One HQ was going towards Tobruk. And you know, just for the fun of it, I'll send some forces down there too. I'm sure we can benefit from that. Okay, like I said, I will actually indeed move all of these out there. Okay, they have to stay there for a bit. And these are here for the Middle East. Exactly. So I'm gonna need to send forces there too. You know, it's a bit of a mess for now. We'll have a lot of things to take care of, primarily because we have new territories to conquer still. We've taken out the major player, Russia, and, you know, we're at least close to dismantling the British colonial empire, and, well, we're struggling actually a bit in Australia, mostly because of the abundance of American forces, but hopefully I'll be able to take care of it. At least we have some supplies out here, so it's not the end of the world. And we might get to destroy MacArthur. Well, I guess that's worth something at least. So yeah, thanks for watching. Do hope you enjoyed this part. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. So take care and see you there.